am I going to do now? Yes, my driver is not picking his calls. I don't want to miss this flight. Why can't people be reliable?
Excuse me, sir. You look, sorry for intruding. You look so worried. Is anything the matter?
Yes. My driver is not picking calls.
Okay.
And I need to be at the airport right now. In fact, I don't know what to do. I can't miss this flight.
I'm so sorry about that. But haven't you heard of Supercab? Now in the city of Jalingo.
Supercars?
Yes.
I've not heard of that.
It's a ride-hailing service. You can book rides from your phone. They are fast, reliable, no more waiting on unreliable drivers.
Really?
Yes.
Can you book for me?
Sure, I can.
Yes, yes.
You see, as easy as it is. So sit back and wait for your ride.
You see, the ride is already here.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. Joy is coming, joy is coming. Dupa, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming, only early in the morning. Dupa, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming, joy is coming. Dupa, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming, only early in the morning.
Next time you are in the city of Jalingo, just book Supercab. They are fast and reliable.
Supercab today and have a hassle-free ride.
Yeah, it's in a big take it easy. Got this on.
Good evening, viewers. My name is Abraham Jordan. You're welcome to today's Politics on SUMTV. Today's Politics on SUMTV is where we come to discuss the politics of the nation, world politics, matters that affect everyone politically. And as you can see, I have two very wonderful guests with me in the studio today. And today we'll be looking at both the local news and the international news. With me on my right is engineer Remanscape and the King. You're welcome, sir. You're not new to this. The other time you were a journalist hangout, and we had a very wonderful discussion. Yes. And the house had to call for you to come back again. This is a call from the house. Please bring him back. Let us have
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And on my left is someone I would like to introduce as a member of the Trump campaign team, because he did a lot for Donald Trump during the election. I did a lot for Donald Trump during the election, and his name is Daniel Andepike. Daniel Andepike, you're welcome. Yeah, thank you very much. So before we go on, let us go on a short commercial break, and when we come back, today's politics continue.
You spoke one for the days. Come on for the body, know the breathe. Put on your shoe, make it stand at this. All your sorrow, make it dance them free. If you know be kalala, yeah. If you know be kalala, go to the Fuji. One man jogo, ijogo,
What am I going to do now? This my driver is not picking his calls. And I don't want to miss this flight. Why can't people be reliable?
Excuse me, sir. You look, sorry for intruding. You look so worried. Is anything the matter?
Yes. My driver is not picking calls.
Okay.
And I need to be at the airport right now. In fact, I don't know what to do. I can't miss this flight.
I'm so sorry about that. But haven't you heard of Supercab? Now in the city of Jalingo.
Supercab?
Yes.
I've not heard of that.
It's a ride-hailing service. You can book rides from your phone. They are fast, reliable, no more waiting on unreliable drivers.
Really?
Yes.
Can you book for me?
Sure, I can.
Yes, please.
You see, as easy as it is. So sit back.
Yes, welcome back to today's Politics on SUMTV. Still remain your anchor, Abraham Minor Joda, and just like I said before, we went to the short commercial break. With me on my right is engineer Remanscape Andeki, and on my left is engineer Daniel Andefike. That's quite good. Can I know maybe what's the meaning of Andy? There's quite a lot of Andes in Taraba, and I'm beginning to wonder. It seems like 90% of people from southern Taraba are Andy.
It's just human.
Okay.
Andy.
Okay.
A person.
A person. Okay. So okay. Well, that is good. I really like the name Andy, and it seems a lot of the Andes are very, very intelligent people. Am I right?
Yes, definitely, of course.
Do you agree with me? Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Just before we went on the break, I introduced Mr. Andefike. Let me say Mr. Engineer Daniel as a Trump supporter. And now, yesterday, this is the first, apart from the time of Obama, did I say Osama? Barack Obama. Nigerians have never shown interest, or Africans have never shown interest in who becomes the president of the United States of America as much as they did yesterday. Everybody was tuned to their TV to watch the inauguration. Mr. Daniel, what do you think, what led to this new interest in Donald Trump?
I think the wokeness, say the wokeism that the world has been experiencing because of this gender issue. You know, Nigeria is a very religious country and we take religion serious. So I think people were so tired the way the Democrats have been leading the country, and I think Joe Biden hasn't had grip on the country. I think the progressive, the far left have really been controlling things. Actually, he came as a centrist. He came to unify the country after the chaos that happened during the Trump's first term and all that as a result of George Floyd issue and all that. But when they came, Biden came, people were expecting so much from him and he wasn't able to do that. So
many people tilting towards the Republican Party, which traditionally Africans are always sympathetic to Democrats, especially people like Jimmy Carter, whom we saw as a friend of Africa, Bill Clinton, and we also had Barack Obama, who we consider as one of our own. So do you think Nigerians tilted towards Trump because of the gender? Is the gender issue one of the major factors that made Nigerians tilt towards Donald Trump?
Yes, I believe so. I believe a lot of the issues on gender and the fact that during the Obama administration, there was this push for us to to go LBQ things and everything of that sort. And then seeing Biden has another arm of Obama, that's why everybody was tilting towards Trump.
So,
and then again, generally, we're a religious set of people. Trump started screaming God and all the rest of them, and everybody like, okay, he's screaming God and he's talking about God. He should be a good person for us.
Okay, let me come this way. Do you think Trump was fair to Africa in his first term? To Nigeria, let us be specific, to Nigeria, his government.
Well, his government actually didn't interfere with Nigeria, not like the Democrats did. And then we can't say he wasn't fair. He was far more fairer than Obama. Under the Obama regime, we had all the corporations with them, had all the military corporations with them, but still they refused to sell weapons to us. Under Trump was a businessman. It's transaction. If you like, kill every single person in your state, as long as you can get rid of
this terrorist.
Yes, this terrorist. Let's get rid of the terrorist. And he gave us those yes. He gave us more weapons. Yes. He allowed us to trade with other armed dealers. This is what Obama didn't allow us to do. Because if you remember the arrest of in South Africa, of the money in South Africa, it was an Obama issue. So the Democrats in such a way were like love to interfere in the other countries. For I can't say Republicans. Now I can only say Trump. Because Republicans are known for war, but Trump is far more known to find peace. Let's look for peace.
Let's look for money.
Yes, he's always a businessman. He wants America to get more money, and that's the kind of thing we are looking for. Less interference in other governments, finding world peace.
Okay. I think I will agree with you, Mr. Daniel. Now we are looking at the way the world is now. The war in the Middle East, Russia, Ukraine war. How do you think Trump will come in? Is Trump victory alone has begun to show some effect, and even some are claiming that the ceasefire in Gaza is a part of the Trump effect. So how do you think it's going to hit the issue of the Middle East and then Russia-Ukraine war?
I think Trump will do a very good job looking at his antecedent. If you look at his first time, he was in recent history, he's a president that didn't start a new war, but he tried to end wars. If you look at even the Abrahamic Accord that he signed before he lost his re-election, Trump was on the verge of bringing permanent, I don't say permanent peace, but he was able to manage the crisis in the Middle East, and peace was returning to the Middle East before he was ousted. And if you look at the case of Ukraine, during the Obama year, Crimea was annexed. But during his time, there was no war in the between Ukraine and Russia. It was after he left that. So I think because of his stance and because of the peace he preaches, he comes to show strength and he wants a very peaceful world. I think Trump, from his antecedent, we can actually say that we are in an era of peace. Look at the hostages. His hand is there because his envoy on Middle East was part of the deal that led to the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. So I think we were heading on the right path.
Okay, you said something which I seem to disagree with, but I want to agree with. You said Trump is someone that speaks peace. I think Trump is someone that shuts you up. Trump is someone that maybe two people are having a fight, just like they do in Lagos. Two people are having a fight. Stop, you don't stop. They get a cane and flog you to submission. Do you think that is Trump way?
Yeah, I think Trump. Yeah, you know, human beings are biased.
Yes.
Naturally, somebody will definitely take a side with one person or the other. But I feel relatively, as a human that he is, I can say that Trump has really shown that he can be fair, though not absolute, because nothing is absolute. But relatively, I think it's good to go.
Okay. Yeah. So, Mr. Andekin, there are some statements that you make and you begin to wonder. In his first tenure, he wakes up in the middle of the night, makes some tweets unpresidential, like not politically correct, and now I think he has reduced his statements on the night tweets and the rest of it. Now he makes statements like the issue of the Greenland issue,
yes,
and the issue where he spoke about Canada, about Panama, Gulf of Mexico. Do you think these statements are really necessary? Does he have to make such very, very statements that may just turn the world upside down?
Well, sometimes I think some political analysts said he's just antagonizing the other side, and it will make it harder for diplomats to walk in. But there are sometimes that there are rash diplomacy, and that's exactly what he has just done. He has told Denmark, we want Greenland. We want Greenland. And all he needs to do is to push for the Greenland. Now, Denmark is not going to be saying, we don't know what his intentions are. He has shown his intentions clearly. And then so everything he's going to be doing now, he'll be working towards it. His own kind of diplomacy is like, let's just get it out of the way. Let's not be beating about the bush. Let's get it in front of us. So right now, Panama knows we're in trouble with Trump. He's going to do whatever he wants, and we're going to try to resist as much as possible. But he will try to get his way. He has already gotten the Gulf of Mexico. He has changed the name by the executive order already. Yes. So Canada, generally Canada will resist to the lowest. But you see, there are sometimes that some of these things he is talking about might not be what he really wants, but he has an angle to it. He told Canadians, come and join us. If not, we'll send tariffs.
Yes. And I think it's one of the things that led to the fall of the Canadian Prime Minister.
It could be.
It could be because the coincidence is just
too much. You see? So that right now he has already set a platform. We can't get Canada. We can be pushing in tariffs, and then Americans. There's so much trade across the border between America and Canada, and it's almost free. It's almost free, but now he wants to bring in tariff. That means he's going to get some billions and billions of dollars across to the American people.
Yeah, I do know. Actually, I look at America and Canada like one country.
Exactly.
The way Canada is just a milder version of America. But the world is changing.
Remember that Canadians are not actually. They are more towards the British.
Yeah, they are more.
Up to now, the Queen
they are part of the Commonwealth.
The King is still the head of the Canadian government.
There's some decisions he took immediately came in, like the pardoning of the people that the rioters. Do you think the decision is in order? Don't you think that eventually, because I'm beginning to see that probably the world is more open to getting news and information. The way the presidential pardon is being used in the US, we never knew that this won't send the wrong signals to our own leaders here. Since the American president can decide to pardon his son, and can decide to pardon rioters, don't you think this is sending bad signals to the world?
Yeah, for me, I think the pardoning thing has been mishandled by the politicians, both on the side of the Republicans and the Democrats, because you pardoning your son, you pardoning your family actually sends the wrong signal to the whole world, especially third world countries, because we are looking at you as our model, as an example. So at the time you behave like that, things will definitely fall apart. And I think Trump didn't have it in mind to pardon all the 1,500 rioters, but I feel it was because of the actions of Biden that made him, okay, why not, since these are my people too, and you are pardoning your people, let me just do it. So that's why. But for me personally, I feel it has been mishandled, because pardon should come in such a way that this person has gone to prison, he has learned his lessons, and he's sorry for the actions he took. But some of these guys have not even taken correction for their actions, and they are just fighting. Some of them were even preemptive pardon. They are not even in jail.
Already, yeah.
They've not even been charged for a particular offense.
You are just seeing clearly that they are even guilty. I think that's the message there.
Okay, well, just like we say, this is democracy in action. The pardon is a presidential prerogative, and yes, he has used it. And so on the platform I was on, was saying it could be reversed. I checked. The presidential pardons cannot
be reversed.
Reversed is the public prerogative of the president. Well, we'll see this. We'll keep looking forward to see it will influence some of our leaders here, because we like to learn. We don't learn how to be. We don't
take the good
things. We learn. Now, for example, we've just found out. Thank God for the social media, the free press. Now we just find out that the inauguration of the president, for the official inauguration, the country pays for it, but all the gala and the others, you pay. There's certain things you want to do. Maybe your friends or your party members or relatives, they contribute money, or your supporters to do that. Mr. Daniel, now we have a culture. If a king wants to do anything, the whole village must get involved. Is that the reason why also at the national level we just believe that whatever the president wants to do or whatever the governor wants to do, it must be provided by the state? Do you think this is a good culture? We are just abusing these powers?
Yeah, I think we abuse this power for long, and there is need for change. We have to start showing signs of fiscal responsibility, because some of these things are the cause of our problems in this country. Somebody will tell you that we don't have a revenue problem, we have a spending problem. We don't spend money in this country through the right channel. We have deficit in education, we have deficit in the healthcare sector. Our infrastructure is very bad. You can imagine traveling from here to Yola, for example, that you're supposed to spend 2 hours, 30 minutes there, but you'll be spending 4 or 5 hours. So I feel government need to channel their attention. Like you say about America, you know that even if you are the son of the president, and if you want to use, or if the president wants to use the Air Force One, for example, for a personal engagement, he pays for it. So we're supposed to have that kind of culture that, okay, if this thing is not for state use, it's not for official use, it should be paid for by the president or that. Just like you said, friends of the president, businesses, chief executives and others contributed for all other activities. They call it inauguration fund. So we should be looking at things around that angle, so that we will have a better spending, we spend better, so that our money will be channeled properly.
Engineer, do you think Nigerians can live with the UNI sponsoring his inauguration? Don't you think we'll hold him by the jugglers? Well, or maybe we help him and we tell him to fuel the vehicles that will take his wife to the market. Don't you think he's going to dip in so deep into the, as he will say, well, since the state is not providing for me, I'm providing for myself, let me take as much as I can.
Well, you see, once these things are being done, because it is easy to follow the finances of the people. When you are not following the finances of the people, he can drip his hand inside. But when you actually tell him this is the borderline of what you can do with our money, and anything outside this borderline, this is what you will do with you have to do with your money.
The Nigerian executive is the most powerful in the world.
Well, they are laid down regulations. Trump is coming into the White House. He is meeting a structure already in the White House.
Yes.
And those structures are managers of the White House, and they will tell you exactly what you're supposed to do. Now what Trump will first do is to appoint a housekeeper.
Okay.
But already that housekeeper is like a political position. There's already a structure below that will say
it's just a political, but
let me give you a better example.
Yeah.
When a member of the House of Assembly comes to the House of Assembly, He comes to the House of Assembly with his own aides and the rest of them, but he comes to meet the clerk of the house. The clerk of the house that is there is the administrative body. The clerk of the house tells him exactly how many aides the house can pay for, or he is supposed to pay for, and all these kind of things. But you see, where the problem we have in Nigeria is that money is meant for these kind of things. We always try to abuse them. I'll give another example. A director in the civil service has space for 3 or is it 2? Two domestic staffs. He is paid fully for the domestic staffs. The minimum wage is 70,000. He's given 70,000 for one domestic staff, 70,000 for the second domestic staff. How many of them actually employ domestic staffs? Even if they do employ a driver, the driver is being paid by the government.
By the government.
Which is wrong.
Yes. So, like we all say, America didn't become America simply because people started living there, or simply because they had natural resources. It became America because the people invested in ensuring that America becomes what it is. And that is why you see today, they say America first, make America great again. And despite all the political wranglings among them, they put America first. And I think that is a lesson we Nigerians need to learn from the democracy of America. And again, I would like us to look at it from another angle. Is the internet, the social media, is it changing the dynamics of American elections? Because now, in the past, I don't think it's a person like Trump will be given the ticket, because if you look at Republicans of the past, look at presidents of the past, I think the only one that I will say is similar to Trump is Ronald Reagan. But Ronald Reagan was a very conservative person, even though he was an actor. Do you think the social media is influencing the choice of people? Obama is another person that I felt the social media helped. Do you think the social media is changing the dynamics of elections in America, and they're not electing the kind of people they used to elect in the past?
Well, it is quite all right. It's changing the dynamics of elections, not just in America, everywhere in the world. The social media is not just changing the dynamics of elections, it's changing the dynamics of how we do things now. We have actually placed it that it is social media, but the real fact is globalization.
It is.
Everywhere now is connected to the next person. You earlier stated that why is it that we're all of a sudden having a lot of interest in who becomes the president of America? Now we have a lot of interest who becomes the president of America because there are some things that happens in America to our citizens in America that affects us in Nigeria. Now let's take an example. Diaspora remittances. If things are hard there, they are hard here because the remittances are no more coming.
Definitely.
The Indians are one of the ones that get the highest diaspora remittances in the world. The next set of people are the Chinese. You can imagine the sets of people. You will say these countries are rich, they don't need diaspora remittances. So now, where did they get their remittances from? They get their remittances from the USA. So their citizens are in the US. So for every single thing that's in the US, it affects them. And then because the social media now allows us to be aware of minute by minute happenings around. And then now educates us more. This today, I think earlier on we were discussing, I think with Danny or so, somebody mentioned something and I just went to the social media and just checked and said, so Trump has also done pardons that are controversial too.
Yes.
So it's easy for me to have gone to get it because it's the social media.
In the past, do you know that in the past, we will have waited for the next edition of Time magazine at the end of the month.
Exactly.
You remember Time magazine at the end of the month to read and then get all these things. You wait for the end. So then I remember way back in the early 2090s, and you get the newspapers 2 days after Njalingo.
Yes.
You get Monday newspaper on Wednesday. You get this thing, whatever you can pick on NTA.
Yes.
Then international news. And if you're lucky, maybe you have someone that buys a monthly edition of Time magazines, then you read from cover to cover for those of us that love to. But nowadays, something's happening. I call people in the US, they say, well, I'm watching the local TV stations, let me check if it's on, and they'll come back and say, yes, it happens. So the free press and the internet, information technology, now information is at the tips of our finger. Do you know that even now, there are people in the village that know what is happening in the US?
No, of course.
Yes.
Unlike in the past, you can go to the village and just tell them the president of the US has a horn on his head, and they will just now they will check. They will tell you whether he has it or not. So those are some of the things that are changing the world politics.
Yeah, building on what he said, when you talk about social media, I think Elon Musk played a very critical role in this election, because him buying Twitter X now really helped Donald Trump in winning this election. And I can tell you clearly also, the number of votes that Trump got from the Gen Zs and the younger people was really influenced by social media. When you talk about TikTok today, Donald Trump is seen as the hero of TikTok today because of how he has shown interest on TikTok, and it has really affected. So I think social media has come to stay. It's just for us to use it wisely to the benefit of common man.
I think in 2020, Trump had no support from Elon Musk. What changed that? What led to it?
I think if you have been following closely, Elon Musk decided to support Trump immediately after his first assassination. Immediately after that, Elon Musk just decided to support Trump. I think if you look at Elon Musk very well, he's somebody that likes free speech. So Twitter was handled in a bad way by Jack Dorsey, that's the former owner. I think
it was weaponized. Twitter was weaponized.
If you have listened or heard the testimony of the Meta owner, that's Facebook owner,
Mark Zuckerberg,
he said it clearly that the Biden administration cornered him to do censorship. And if you look at Facebook today and some of
instantly
you just remove
that
and all that. So it tells you clearly that they were just choked up by some of the policies of the parliament, but they don't have an option because some of them are businessmen and they want to survive as business people.
Yes.
Okay, before we go on a commercial break, I want to ask a question. Does it mean that this so-called gender issue, male, I'm not male, I don't know what, does it mean that Americans don't? Because today we had a guest, he came in, he said that is what Americans are asking for. They want to be free to express the fact that this is not right. But there's in a bid to give the queers or the gays their rights, you are stifling on our rights, and it has gotten to the nerves of a lot of Americans, and they now a breath of relief that now at least we can talk, we can air our view, because in the past they have a right to criticize your view, but you don't have a right to criticize their view. You just why is it that we only sing when the white man speaks to the minority, and we don't see racism when the people of color speak, stigmatize the whites? Well, let me give you an example.
Yes, okay.
A black comedian can crack all manner of jokes about the whites, and it seems that this is correct. But a white comedian would be very careful about what he says about the black. Well, how do you think that we should be allowed to express ourselves?
Yes, you see, the problem is why those things are like that is, let's look at it from the onstart. The white have always oppressed the blacks. They have consistently oppressed the blacks. They've always oppressed or they've always oppressed the blacks for a very long time. So now we're just trying to come back to the same level in which they are. And then since we're trying to come back to the same level in which they are, that's why we're looking at things from that aspect. And they are still shy to start claiming we are racist against them, because they still feel that they are on a superior platform. So that's why now that the whites have not started calling us on racism.
They've not started calling
us on racism. But there's a lot of racism against the white men.
Yes, I say a lot of jokes, and I say if this joke was directed at me as a black man, I will tell you a white man can't jump. You know. Do you think that was one of the things that made people felt Trump? He speaks his mind and once it's against the people of color, they will say he's a racist.
Yeah, of course. I think Trump has always had this backlash in his career. But if you look at history, when Trump was even a Democrat, because he was a Democrat, he was to be friends with the Clinton. At one of the dinners organized by one of the cardinals in America, Trump was saying, he was telling Schumer, that's the Democratic leader in the Senate, he was telling him that, you remember I gave you one of your first checks when you were running for office and all that. So I think Trump has always faced that. Immediately he changed to the Republican when he decided to run for office. And I can tell you categorically that one comedian almost pushed Trump his election. If you were following clearly, when he made jokes about the Puerto Ricans, and all that. So that thing really caused, I think Trump had to do serious work with his team to really change the narrative. And he had to convince the governor of Puerto Rico to come and endorse him, and some of the leaders, political leaders there. So I think that issue of white racism, again, it is very prominent, but just like Engineer Dickens said, the white people are now shy because the general notion is that the white are racist against the black. So now that the black are showing the white racism, but they cannot, even if you watch ABC News, you watch CNBC and NBC, you will look at it that the whites are always scared to talk down. But
a black man will be free to
say whatever he wants to say.
And it's gospel, but
let me say that we're getting our own pound of flesh after years of colonialism, slavery. Eventually, I believe that this balance will come whereby people wouldn't be judged by the color of their skin or the language they speak or where they come from. And I think it's something that to achieve that is the work that everybody must contribute. So it won't just fall like manna from heaven. We have to come together, and that is why when we want to decide things, we don't look at color, we shouldn't look at race, we shouldn't look at the gender. There should be equality, but in the search for equality, we should understand also that there are natural orders of things. We should know that there are boundaries, there are borders that you don't cross. So with this, we'll go for a short commercial break, and when we come back, probably maybe we will do one or two things, then we'll come back home to discuss Taraba. So stay tuned while we go on this short commercial break.
Hey Taraba State, let's ascend to the future. Imagine a world where entertainment, transportation, finance and commerce are at your fingertips 24/7. Welcome to the future. Taraba Business School and Taraba News proudly present a revolutionary lineup of products and services designed to transform your life. SUMTV, your premier 24/7 destination for local and international entertainment, news and educational content. Come to the broadcast of News Hour on Super Media Television.
Welcome to the broadcast of World News on Super Media Television.
Welcome to the broadcast of news across Nigeria on Super Media Television.
This is Sport Daily on SUMTV.
Good morning, Nigeria. This is the morning show from SUMTV.
Supercab, safe, convenient and affordable 24/7 transportation services across Jalingo and Taraba State. Super Cash. Unlock seamless 24/7 financial transactions, easy loans, and rewarding savings with our innovative mobile banking solution. Taraba Online Market. Buy and sell local and exotic products. Connect with suppliers and grow your businesses 247 with our vibrant e-commerce platform. TBS e-learning. Access a wall of knowledge with our comprehensive online courses and myriad of professional programs. SuperSoft. Unlock exclusive subscription-based services, discounts, and reward. Don't miss this groundbreaking product and services. Join us as we all celebrate in the future and experience the future today. Taraba Business School and Taraba News, empowering your future 247. Ascend to the future. Hey Taraba State, let's ascend to the future.
Welcome back to today's Politics on SUMTV. Today's Politics on SUMTV is the program where we discuss politics, world politics, national politics, and even local politics of Taraba State. And today I have two wonderful guests with me. I have two engineers, as a matter of fact, and both of them are Andys. I have engineer and Remanscape Andy King. Once again, welcome. And we also have engineer Daniel and the Fike. Thank you very much. And we've gone around the world. We've been to America and back. We've been to Washington while here, and that's the wonders of television. That's the wonders of information. That's the wonders of technology. The ability to be at a place and at the same time experience the whole world. And now we're coming back home. They say charity begins at home, so we have to come back home. This morning, the much awaited list broke. The internet went agog, social media went agog with information. The list is here, the list is here, the list is here. And everybody ran scatter, going through the names like the way we used to go check our JAM results in those days. Scrolling through the name to see if my name is there, if my friend's name is there, if my brother's name is there. And then we started coming across some names. Some are expected, some are unexpected, some were given positions that were not expected, some were given positions that yes, this suits them. Now I would like to ask, let me start with Danny. Do you think this list and the appointments, they are not coming too late? This is the second year.
Yeah, I feel this list has come too late, because we just talked about the American politics, and you can see that the cabinet are already ready and almost good to go. But look at us here. The governor was sworn in almost 2 years ago, and we are just having the list of advisors, people that are supposed to be advising him on how to run the government, people that are supposed to manage some of the commissions and departments and agencies as board chair and board members and secretaries. They are just being appointed. I think that the politicians have been staffed for too long, and I can only imagine how they are feeling. But it is better late than never, as a popular saying, and we just hope and pray that they will expedite action in their inauguration and swearing in so that they can start work immediately. I think that's my opening. Very much.
Do you think there's another list still coming? Have you exhausted that long list?
No, I don't.
The admission list, have you been exhausted?
I don't expect, in as much as some people's names are not there, but I think when you want to have advisors, they should be limited. You should have somebody that you can manage as a leader. You should have somebody that can have access to you. What is the essence of having an advisor that you don't have access to and cannot advise you? For me personally, I feel governance is all about accessibility, and anybody that works for you should be able to have access to. And if somebody cannot have access to you, I don't feel it's necessary to appoint him. You can engage him in other areas. We have infrastructure deficit and all that. People can always be channeled. You can give them contracts, you can do and all that. So that is actually my take.
Okay. Engineer Rimansky, is this appointment administrative or political? Let us be factual. Is it for administrative purpose or for political purpose?
Well, when you give essays, definitely they are political.
Okay.
Every single essay is a vote getter. That is what it is placed to be. Those essays are there. Hardly will you see that some of them actually go to give advice. But there's a little, let me the 5 fingers of the governor.
Okay.
Those things, the education, security, agriculture, and I think
health and
job creation and health. So they were appointed based on the first list. When you get into the list, you just see those essays were appointed based on those things.
Okay.
You just see them falling along those people for education, people for information. I think I saw one Nelson Dimas.
Yes.
He was under the information sector.
Yes,
I saw under the information sector. And Nelson Banker. I saw him in the agriculture. He was in the essays for those 5 fingers. Then the next set of essays that you saw were the ones that practically were just political essays. They were given different portfolios based on the ministries. And then the last one were community people. These are the people who are at the grassroots. I expect that those ones are the ones that actually stay at the grassroots, not staying in Jalingo with us. So you see, they pick them out based on their wards, based on their areas. So those ones were there. That showed a good administrative structure.
Okay.
It showed a good administrative structure, even though it is political, but there's an administrative structure. When you are looking for essays to deal with the issues of his policies, his political policy trust, they are there. When you're looking for essays that go under the ministries, they are there. And then when you're looking for actual people who are at the community level, those are political people. The community essays are political. They are basically political people.
Okay. And now, looking at that list holistically, not individually, holistically, do you think this is the best? I'm not trying to throw you under the bus. That's why I say, do you think this is the best we can have for now?
I think most of the people on that list, if you look at it very well, if you are talking of politics, they have been in the political scene a very long time. So politically, they have their experience. And even if you look at it from a professional angle too, I believe that many people on that list
they have proven
over time that they can deliver. My only query with the list, like I said, and I still maintain, is the number. I feel the number, I'm not trying to say some people in the list don't deserve to be there. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm looking at even the financial burden that it will even create on the state. Apart from the fact, the accessibility of some of these people to the government, I'm looking at even the financial burden. Because, like I said, some of these monies can be channeled to many areas that can actually affect the common man. Because some of these things are for personal aggrandizement and all that. So,
now, again, I want to come. Do you think there's equal distribution? There's not like maybe equality. There may not be equal distribution, maybe based on the votes that came in, population. And do you think that the appointment is fair to all? But let us go by local government. Do you think it is fair enough?
Well, already yes, it's something you have to really look at before you say something. Already you've started hearing people screaming, we didn't get enough people, we didn't get this and that. And then somebody once said, it's because of votes. But when you actually take a look at it, some areas that even gave the governor least votes got more people than others that gave a little bit more votes.
Yes.
And then if you look at it to people who we know stereotype, people who we already know that can never give the governor votes, even got more vote, more.
Maybe he's trying to buy them over this time around.
We've talked about the US. There's a state, whatever Trump does, California can never come to be a Republican state.
No, it
can never be. So those sets of people are there. They can never change.
Okay, we have we know our California.
Yes, we know your California. So they won't change. Whatever you do for them, they won't change. But there are some people who are
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC. The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC.
344333. Zing Branch, Zenith Bank Agent, beside College of Education, Zing. 070-3125-2559. Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need loan to grow your business? At Taraba Business Development Center, we offer both business and personal loan with flexible repayment plan. We are located in different parts of Taraba State. Jalingo Branch, opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Amarua Way. 090-3134-4333. Zing Branch, Zenith Bank Agent, beside College of Education, Zing. 070-3125-2559. Are you a businessman?
Hey Taraba State, let's ascend to the future. Imagine a world where entertainment, transportation, finance and commerce are at your fingertips 247. Welcome to the future. Taraba Business School and Taraba News proudly present a revolutionary lineup of products and services designed to transform your life. SUMTV, your premier 247 destination for local and international entertainment, news and educational content. Come to the broadcast of News Hour on Super Media Television.
Welcome to the broadcast of World News on Super Media Television.
Welcome to the broadcast of news across Nigeria on Super Media Television.
This is Sport Daily on SUMTV.
Good morning, Nigeria. This is the morning show from SUMTV.
Supercab, safe, convenient and affordable 247 transportation services across Jalingo and Taraba State. Unlock seamless 247 financial transactions, easy loans, and rewarding savings with our innovative mobile banking solution. Taraba Online Markets. Buy and sell local and exotic products. Connect with suppliers and grow your businesses 247 with our vibrant e-commerce platform. TBS e-learning. Access a wall of knowledge with our comprehensive online courses and myriad of professional programs. SuperSub. Unlock exclusive subscription-based services, discounts, and reward. Don't miss this groundbreaking product and services. Join us as we all celebrate in the future and experience the future today. Taraba Business School and Taraba News, empowering your future 247. Ascend to the future. Hey Taraba State, let's ascend to the future. Imagine a world where entertainment, transportation, finance, and commerce are at your fingertips 247. Welcome to the future. Taraba Business School and Taraba News proudly present a revolutionary lineup of products and services designed to transform your life. SUMTV, your premier 247 destination for local and international entertainment, news, and educational content. Come to the broadcast of News Hour on Super Media Television.
Welcome to the broadcast of World News on Super Media Television.
Welcome to the broadcast of news across Nigeria on Super Media Television.
This is Sport Daily on SUMTV.
Good morning, Nigeria. This is the morning show from SUMTV.
Supercab, safe, convenient, and affordable 247 transportation services across Jalingo and Taraba State. Unlock seamless 24/7 financial transactions, easy loans, and rewarding savings with our innovative mobile banking solution. Taraba Online Markets. Buy and sell local and exotic products. Connect with suppliers and grow your businesses 247 with our vibrant e-commerce platform. TBS e-learning. Access a wall of knowledge with our comprehensive online courses and myriad of professional programs. SuperSub. Unlock exclusive subscription-based services, discounts, and reward. Don't miss this groundbreaking product and services. Join us as we all celebrate in the future and experience the future today. Taraba Business School and Taraba News, empowering your future 247. Ascend to the future. Hey Taraba State, let's ascend to the future. Imagine a world where
What am I going to do now? This my driver is not picking his calls. And I don't want to miss this flight. Why can't people be reliable?
Excuse me, sir. You look, sorry for intruding. You look so worried. Is anything the matter?
Yes. My driver is not picking calls.
Okay.
And I need to be at the airport right now. In fact, I don't know what to do. I can't miss this flight.
I'm so sorry about that. But haven't you heard of Supercab? Now in the city of Jalingo.
Supercars?
Yes.
I've not heard of that.
It's a ride-hailing service. You can book rides from your phone. They are fast, reliable, no more waiting on unreliable drivers.
Really?
Yes.
Can you book for me?
Sure, I can.
Yes, yes.
You see, as easy as it is. So sit back and wait for your ride.
You see, the ride is already here.
Really?
Yes.
Joy is coming, joy is coming. Dupa, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming, only early in the morning. Dupa, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming, joy is coming. Dupa, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming, only early in the morning.
Next time you are in the city of Jalingo, just book Supercab. They are fast and reliable.
Supercab today and have a hassle-free ride.
Yeah, it's in a me, take it easy. Catch some cruise, my cheese. You spoke one for the days. Come on for the body, know the breathe. Put on your shoe, make it stand that this. All your sorrow, make it dance them free. If you know be kalala, yeah. If you know be kalala, get them Fuji. One man joke, you joke, you do.
What am I going to do now? Yes, my driver is not picking his calls. And I don't want to miss this flight. Why can't people be reliable?
Excuse me, sir. You look, sorry for intruding. You look so worried. Is anything the matter?
Yes. My driver is not picking calls.
Okay.
And I need to be at the airport right now. In fact, I don't know what to do. I can't miss this flight.
I'm so sorry about that. But haven't you heard of Supercab? Now in the city of Jalingo.
Supercars?
Yes.
I've not heard of that.
It's a ride-hailing service. You can book rides from your phone. They are fast, reliable, no more waiting on unreliable drivers.
Really?
Yes.
Can you book for me?
Sure, I can.
Yes, yes.
You see, as easy as it is. So sit back and wait for your ride.
You see, the ride is already here.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. Joy is coming, joy is coming. Dupa, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming, only early in the morning. Dupa, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming, joy is coming. Dupa, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming, only early in the morning.
Next time you are in the city of Jalingo, just book Super Cow. They are fast and reliable.
Supercar today and have a hassle-free ride.
Yeah, it's in a me, take it easy. Catch some cruise to my cheese. You spoke one for days. Come on for the body, know the breathe. Put on your shoe, make it stand at this. All your sorrow, make it dance them free. If you know be kalala, yeah. If you know be kalala, get them Fuji.
Wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC. The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call
What am I going to do now? Yes, my driver is not picking his calls. And I don't want to miss this flight. Why can't people be reliable?
Excuse me, sir.
You look, sorry for intruding. You look so worried.
Is anything the matter?
Yes. My driver is not picking calls.
Okay.
And I need to be at the airport right now. In fact, I don't know what to do. I can't miss this flight.
I'm so sorry about that. But haven't you heard of Supercar? Now in the city of Jalingo.
Supercars?
Yes.
I haven't heard of that.
It's a right here inside it.
You can book right from your phone. They are fast, reliable, no more waiting on unreliable drivers.
Really?
Yes.
Can you book for me?
Sure, I can.
Please.
You see, as easy as it is. So sit back and wait for your ride.
You see, the ride is already here.
Really?
Yes.
Olua, yeah. Joy is coming, joy is coming. Dupa, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming, only early in the morning. Odupa, Oluwa.